The Bexar County Sheriff's Office investigating a deadly deputy-involved shooting in Elmendorf.
We know that this started when a neighbor called police when they witnessed a woman being dragged by the hair into the house that you see right behind here.
Elmendorf police were first to arrive at the scene before then asking for help from the Bexar County Sheriff's Office.
At some point, it appears, at least preliminarily, that suspect produced a weapon of some sort, possibly a screwdriver, and may have made some sort of a movement toward the two officers. The Bexar County deputy opened fire undetermined number of times. The suspect was struck at least one time in the upper body and is deceased on scene.
The sheriff says deputies have been called out to the home in the past for domestic violence and mental health related issues. In China, at least 10 people killed after a hotel being used as a coronavirus quarantine center collapses. Several others remain unaccounted for. The hotel had been under renovation since January. Investigators are trying to figure out whether the collapse was due to structural issues or renovation work. Thousands of women in Mexico decided to stay in their homes today to demand justice for victims of gender-based violence and ask the government for help to stop femicides in the country. Meanwhile, in Chile, feminist groups held mass Women's Day marches yesterday. There were several reports of clashes and a handful of arrests. Also in Chile, $15 million stolen from an armored vehicle at the airport in Santiago. Police say a group of 10 armed people entered a terminal and intimidated security officers. Investigators say that the robbers were likely privy to inside information that allowed them to act. A high-speed police chase in Oklahoma turns into a rescue operation. Body cams were rolling as a car officers had been chasing crashed and caught fire, trapping 2 teen suspects inside. Officers quickly shifted into rescue mode, using batons to break the glass. They were able to pull the suspects to safety. The teens were successfully rescued, treated for their injuries, and later arrested and booked for theft. Take a look at this close call in Florida. A small plane crashed into a Florida woman's backyard near the Destin airport. The plane reported engine problems before it went down, crashing into a tree. 2 men and a dog survived without any serious injuries. Today in London, Harry and Meghan took part in their final scheduled event as working royals. They joined the Queen and the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge at a service at Westminster Abbey. After March 31st, they will no longer use their royal titles and they will no longer receive public funds.
I think it's a very big blow actually, because I think Harry and Meghan are hugely popular with new ideas that really touch a younger audience.
Harry and Meghan are expected to return to Canada, where they will go through a year-long transition while they work on starting a new nonprofit organization. A lost dog from Miami will soon be heading back home after being found 1,400 miles away. A woman in Michigan found the dog in her yard last week. She took the animal to a local animal hospital where they scanned his microchip and tracked down his owners.
The owners were very happy. He's been missing for 2.5 months, so they're excited to get him back.
It's still a mystery how he got so far from home. To read more about these 9 stories, go to ksat.com.